when I got cheated on and he pulled up to my crib with a gun. Closer, all I ever needed was some closure. Girl calls my phone again, and she's like, "You fuck with my man?" TV, and I am back with another video. So I noticed I haven't done a little story time, so I was like, you know what, let me come here and give them a story time because I know I haven't done one in a while. I know y'all want to we do those chats and all that, but if you haven't heard of me or you haven't seen me before, hi, I'm Kayla Simone TV. This is the place where I do chats, story times, Q&As, beauty, fashion, all that good time. So make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you push that notification bell so you know whenever I'm posting a new video. So now let's get into the story about when I got cheated on and he pulled up to my crib with a gun. To my crib with a pew pew. Yeah, so let's get into it. I graduated from college, but this was my freshman year of college and stuff. So yeah, so basically one day I was on Snapchat and you know I was showing my cute little self, and this dude, he had slid up and he was like, hey, you know, what's your number, all that good stuff. Usually I don't get my number out on Snapchat. I be making work for it. But this time I was like, you know what, I looked on his thing, I was like, okay. So at the time I was like, okay, he's cute, whatever, so I'm gonna just add him back and give me, my number. It's freshman year of college, I'm chilling and I'm cool, so it don't really matter, like, let me do it. So after that, the next day, we FaceTimed, we talked for a little bit. He was talking about some, I never met a girl like you, what they all say, and blah blah blah. So forward to that, we were in the talking stage, so I honestly didn't cut off any of the other people I was talking to. I'm like, I'm not finna be no dummy. I'm not finna just be talking to one person because I know, like, they be like, oh, I'm not talking to no one else, or girl, no, they talking to somebody else. So as long as they talking to other people, you can talk to other people too, because what the heck you look like. One day, we were supposed to be linking, like actually go on a date. And he was like, oh, can I sleep over? I'm trying to get there, and wait, y'all, this whole time I thought he was in college. He lied and said he was in college. He actually went to, like, he called it a prep school, but later we found out he just got held back. You're a grown man still in high school, but yeah, that's another time for another story. He was like, I can't come over because I don't have my car unless I can sleep over for real. So I was like, okay, cool, you can. I don't think I want to start off with sleeping over. Like, I want to go somewhere, and then basically he wasn't agreeing. So I was like, okay, that's red flag number one. So that same day when he was supposed to take me out to a date, I just went to a date with another dude that wanted to take me out to a date. Next up. Because honestly, at the time, you're not gonna take me out on a date, and there's someone else waiting for me that I didn't really have interest in this person, but I'm just like, it's a date. A date is a date. Free food. I'm a college girl. I want to eat. I want some food. Not gonna lie to you. I was 18, freshly 18. So I went on a date with that dude, and I came back the next day. So 2 weeks later, and mind you, I'm not with him yet, so I don't really care to be, loyal and stuff. Like, he didn't ask me properly to be his girlfriend. So then 2 weeks later, I'm doing something. He comes over to my crib. We spend the night. He spends the night. Blah blah blah. Everything's cool. Then Lil Kayla over here, I slip up and I say, oh my gosh, I love you. But when I said I love you, it wasn't in a I love you way, like I'm in love with you, like I love you. It's just like I love you, like, when you tell your homegirls, oh girl, I love you, or I love you. I slipped up. But then I was like, oh, my bad, I didn't mean to say that. And then he ended up being like, well, I've been wanting to say I love you. I just never wanted to say it for real because I wasn't sure how you was feeling and everything. And I was like, cool. And then, that was that. And then after that, he asked me, do you want to be my girlfriend? I said, yeah, cool, sure. Like, I'll be your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So, y'all, this relationship ain't last, I don't know, like 3 to 6 months for real. So, first of all, what was kind of sketchy is that follower number would go up. And first I'm like, oh no, I'm being insecure. Like, maybe it's just going up just because. No. People say, oh no, that's just my cousin, or that's just my cousin, or no, I have a lot of girl cousins, or I got sisters, and da 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 da. Because he is adopted or whatever, and his uncle adopted him and stuff. So, and it's crazy because he tried to play like he was like this real, I ain't gonna lie, he tried to play like he was like this real hoodlum. Like he was real like, he like, oh, you know, I'm from East Atlanta, da da da, I da 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 da. But when I went over his crib, it was a big ass mansion.
Who are you?
So that's the part where I was kind of like, okay, you're phony. You're phony when it comes to that. You already didn't do the date the first time around, and then you're lying about your lifestyle, talking about your brothers. Baby, that's your brothers. Your brothers have nothing to do with you, for real. That's your brother and that stuff. That's not you. But other than that, so it's that he was like very a nonchalant person. Me, I'm very direct. I'm very emotional. I'm very upfront. If I tell you, hey, you know, I'm not feeling this, or da 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 da, he will make it such a big deal and complain. And something in my intuition was already telling me something about that follower list. I'm like, ain't no way all these girls his cousins. Ain't no way all these girls his cousins. I just knew it because sometimes I would call him, he wouldn't answer the phone. He also made me, because he didn't trust me, he made me freaking share my location, and he didn't even share his location. At one point he did share his location to me. Like, I'm the type of person, at that time I don't really check phones. I'm like, whatever you do is gonna come to light eventually. I do check them phones now though a little bit, but whatever you do, it will come to light eventually, so I don't even have to check nothing for real. I got the follower accounts because I'm like, oh, you know, he's either at the gym playing basketball or at school doing something. I noticed sometimes he wouldn't answer his calls, and I'll be like, okay, I'm not finna blow this dude's phone up. How you gonna ask me to be your girlfriend, but when I'm a girlfriend timing, you not on boyfriend timing? So that's the thing. So then I remember it was this one week that really had me like, okay, something's definitely going on. It was me and my homegirl. We've been friends since 14 years old. She's from Boston, but she came down to Atlanta to stay with me. And he was like, you know, how come you never come over my crib for real? And how come you never come over my crib for real? And at this point, I'm like slowly losing feelings anyway. I feel like he's wasting my time. I feel like I'm wasting his time. Because I was loyal, but it was just like, you know how you're loyal, but not really loyal. Like, I was still entertaining the heart I started up on my story because I'm just like, I know he's not fully loyal right now. I'm just going to have fun and enjoy the time because my instinct was always right. My intuition was always right. Okay, bet, you know, I'm a little surprise thing on him. Like, I'm going to pop up to his crib. And at the time, I didn't like driving highways, but my girl from Boston, she's in clutch, Camilla, she's so in clutch. I'm gonna call this dude L. We're gonna call that dude L. Okay, so I was like, okay, let me pop up on L or whatever. So we end up, it was like a real night drive, and I texted him. I was like, bet, you know, because he was like, oh, you never come over and stuff like that. So I'm just like, cool. Mind you, I forgot to tell y'all, the night before that, he was already acting a little weird because I was like, where are you going at? Like, basically it was late at night, and I just asked a simple question because, you know, I want to know if you're good. I want to know if you're cool. And he was like, then he had the nerve to say, oh, I'm an outside dude, I don't stay inside. But I asked a simple question. I just asked where you were going. I don't know why it was such an issue for me to ask where he was going. So that was another red flag. So now I'm definitely at the point where I'm just like, you know what? I really just want to see, like, I know he's playing and stuff, but let me just like see for my own self. So my girl Camilla, she came down, right? Oh, we basically drove to his crib. Like, now I'm not telling y'all, like an hour before, he was just saying, come over and da-da-da. And I was just saying, no, I'm not. And I pull up to his crib. I call him. Usually he answers my calls and he answers my texts right away. I call him. Da-da-da. No answer. So I'm like, okay, he already be in some stuff. I remember last time he had left my crib early because he had to bond out his whatever in jail. And then I remember one time he came over, him and his cousin, just to chill because they were going to a homeboys ice skating thing in at Atlantic Station. Yeah, homeboys for real. It's funny because that same day when they said that, a cousin came over, he looked over when his phone started ringing. So I was like, okay, that's another thing. You know me, I'm a little sneak attacker. I don't come off the bat like, huh. I'm a little sneak attacker. I like to wait. I like to see. I like to see how things gonna play out for real. So now going back to me at his crib, I call, he ain't answer. I call again, he ain't answer. I call again, he ain't answer. So I'm just like, okay. I don't see his car in the front. Usually his car be in the front. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So me and my girl, we like, you know, I told her I just want to wait a little bit. I just want to stick out a little bit just to see. Like, I have a feeling like something's not right. Something's not right, just to see. So then me and my homegirl, we go to Waffle House. We chill, and we too tired. So we drive back to my crib. And that same night, I texted him. He had put on his Snapchat that he got a scholarship, blah, blah, blah. And I said, congratulations, babe, everything. And he slid up and said, thanks, babe. Okay, next morning, you want to just now contact me the next morning. And I told him, I said, you know, I was at your crib, right? He said, oh, I don't believe you. Like, I know you wasn't at my crib because I would've answered your call with a cricket. I'm like, all right, we gonna see how this play out, because you saw me calling, meaning I'm thinking, okay, there's definitely someone that was in his crib that night, definitely, because he wasn't answering no calls, no nothing, right? This page that texts me in my DM saying, basically, do you fuck with L? And in my head, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm used to this. Maybe it's like some jokey stuff. And then, so I add the page, and then I add that page to my close friends, and I post it. Because I really wanted to see if they was going to push the issue, meaning they was in the request. And I put them in the close friends because I really wanted to see if they were going to push the issue, and they did. So then we're going to call this girl I. We're gonna call this girl I. Basically, who is this? She tells me who she is, and then we get on a call. She calls me and she's just like, yeah, I saw you were in his phone. Your name was Baby Mama, and then he got another girl in his phone named Wifey. And you know, I be at the gym, and when I'm at the gym, we was talking to each other. Then she sent me videos of this dude at her crib, them chilling at the house, everything. She sends me videos. I'm just like, oh, so this is the real spill. This is the real spill, right? So, remember I was talking about that dude in the very, very beginning where I was saying I went on a date with him, and then 2 weeks later I dealt with old dude, with L again. So, you know what? I don't waste no time. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm chilling. I'm not even going to say nothing. I'm going to do nothing. I mean, I told him, I'm like, okay, bet. We on that type of timing. Wish you the best, blah, blah, blah. All that type of stuff, right? I hit up my, we going to call the dude that I went on a date with before LA. So I had linked up with A, and you know, I don't know why, y'all, but A was kind of like a petty person for real. Me out to eat, he got me some flowers. I posted the flowers, and I might have posted a hand or a face a little bit. And it's so crazy because he ain't even come to my room, no, none of that. We literally just chilled down in the pool after we did all that. Me and L got in a really bad argument. He said some really, really crazy stuff to me, and I said some really, really, really crazy stuff to him too. I'm not gonna lie, because at this point, I feel disrespected. You gonna come at me, you mad at me, but when you was out here doing whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop, it ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. ain't fun when a rabbit got the gun, okay? So I said some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did talk about the dead homies. I did say something about the dead. I did say something about the, but he said something about my dad. So I'm like, blah. He going back and forth. I'm going back and forth. Blocked. And then he wanna text something like, oh, I'll never claim you as an ex, and da 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 da. And then, not gonna lie, I took some selfies with A. I took the video A and I sent it all to him because I was just so over it. I didn't even care no more and blocked. And then little did I know, L wants to tell me, oh, basically he knows A. Like basically, like his people and they people don't like each other. Like they got beef or whatnot. So I'm like, oh shit, wait. I knew this was like me being petty, but what the heck did I actually put myself in? Because now this is like getting to a point. So, you know, A talks to him, L talks to him. So then me and A, I'm already seeing it escalate. So I'm like, okay, you know, L know where I stay. Okay, but my building has such good security, such good that you know, he wasn't able to get to me or nothing. But even that, me and A already left to go somewhere else. Cause something in my girly instinct said, okay, we need to leave and we need to go somewhere else because I already feel like I have a bad feeling, you know? So me and A are still out to eat or whatever, and then the girl I is texting my phone talking about, she wanna fight and or not she want to fight, but she did get real disrespectful for me, with too disrespectful to me. So at the point I said, what you want to do? Like, we were planning to fight, but then she's very policey. She's the type of girl to call the police and stuff, and I don't really have the time to go get a charge. Like, I'm in school, I'm trying to do better in my life, so no, I'm not gonna pull up, girl, and you already have the police pull up. That's a freaking setup, and she admitted it to this day. But okay, so then we're gonna go to, so me and A, we was at the place, whatever, eating, doing da. Then there's a text, there's a call by L calls A, and he's like, yeah, I got some shit for you, and bring Kayla down too, cause I got some shit for her too. And hanged up. I'm like, we not stunning. Like then he texts basically. He's like, come down and you know, bring Kayla down too. And I'm just like, don't even text back, don't even do none of that. I told A because, yeah, I know I'm mad and I know I want to be petty and I know this and I know that. But at the end of the day, I'm a caring person. I'm a genuine person. I don't want to see, you know, two black men against each other or people get hurt. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see none of that. And I don't want to deal with any of that because I know I'll be in between it, you know? Honestly, say with me too, I feel kind of bad on my end too because A was such a genuine person, and I honestly, I feel like I took advantage of that because I was very hurt. I wasn't thinking right, and I was basically using him to, you know, get L mad. But you know, you live and you learn. I apologize to A about that. Later on in life, like after the whole situation, I apologized. But with L, he basically was like recording, and he posted on his story like, oh, they scary and and then he posted on his story, and then that's when the girl she comes over and she called me. She's like, oh, you scared, laughing and stuff like that. So I'm like, cool, you know what, I can take that L because I don't want no one getting hurt. I don't want no one, but it's just crazy. It's like once I do something, it's just like, oh, like it's so much going on, it's so crazy. But when he did something, it was like, oh, I'm dramatic. So yeah, so once that died down, so I'm just like, cool, you know, you're going through a breakup, and you know how you just like, I wonder what they doing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did block, but I was just so sad, and I was just so what the heck, and everything was just going on. So I'm not gonna lie, I did go on his page, and one of the girls that he was, and this ain't even y'all. Here's a whole nother thing. One of the girls he was following that he said was his cousin, 2 weeks later, they posted up in couple outfits, kissed up on each other, and he posted it on Instagram. So whole time, not only he was messing with the girl he was messing with another girl and talking to her, saying that that was his cousin. And they're over here all posted up in couple outfits, kissing each other, loving each other. I'm just like, cool. So I'm just like, dang, like, he really went all out. Like, this ain't no play. Like, they're actually together. So I'm just like, cool. So no contact, no nothing. He wasn't even in my brain, no sight, no thought, none of that. A few months after, I get a call. And y'all, I really wasn't trying to answer this call. I really thought it was someone else. I really thought it was someone else that I was talking to at the time. I really thought it was like, you know, I answered it and he's like, can we have a talk? Can we have a real life talk? And can we talk it out? And then first of all, I did not trust him. You was just over here a couple weeks ago trying to harm me. You want me to come and talk to you? Up in person? No. But, you know, I'm like, you know what? Let me see what he really got to say. And I'm so happy I broke for this, y'all. 6'18". I'm definitely not like this no more. If you got to go, you got to go. But, yeah, he put us to my crib. I got in his car. Because we always had to go downstairs and get in his car to drive back to go into the garage. Just because, like, my building is really on that safety shit like that. My building don't play. Like, you can sit over in that chair. I can sit over here. And we talked, and y'all, we did the whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, whoop-de-doo. We did the whoop-de-doo again. But, I don't know, it was like a switch in my brain. It was like that last whoop-de-doo really made me realize, like, I'm really over him. Like, I don't like him. I'm over him. Like, and I'm telling you, literally, after that last whoop-de-whoop-de-doo, it felt like closure in a way. I haven't spoken to him since. I blocked him. I don't even know where he at. I never called him. I don't text him. None of that. I don't know if sometimes us girls do that. Like, sometimes, I won't call it closure, but it's kind of like a closure thing. Like, I got my closure. Like, what Queen Dottie said, oh, closure. All I ever needed was some closure. Come closer. All I ever needed was some closure. Come closer. All I ever needed was some. He told me that he wants some closure. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. After that, for a couple of months and stuff, I was getting no caller IDs. He even tried to do that thing. I don't know if he was lying to his new girl, saying that it was a girl. She was like, why are you watching? Why are you calling? Why are you watching my man? I'm like, girl, like, it's to the point I don't even argue with these folks. Like, I can't even argue. I just be like, no, girl, I'm sorry. Like, he's where, like, people were trying to get under my skin so much, but it didn't even work. And I'm just like, no, girl. Now, I am in a whole, this is crazy, y'all. This is why I'm bringing the story up, because now I'm in a whole almost 4-year relationship. I'm happy, I'm free, I'm moving on. I don't even care. I don't even think about the past. I don't even think about past people. But tell me why, out of the blue, some girl calls my phone again, and she's like, you fuck with my man? I'm like, that, I don't know why. I don't know, it sounds like I'm lying when they say you fuck with my man, but every single one with them be like, oh, you fuck with L? Oh, you fuck with my man? Like, I don't know why it's like that. She said, you fuck with my man? I'm just like, who, man? She like, the nigga with the gay daddy. Mind you, my ex, like, my far ex is the nigga with the gay daddy. So I'm just like, okay. Then I'm just like, girl, I haven't talked to him since, like, 4 to 5 years ago. Like, that was freshman year of college. Like, I haven't talked to him for, like, literally haven't. And she's like, oh, okay, sorry. Then hangs up. And that just goes to say that some people are really serial cheaters and they never fucking grow. Like, you would think like, oh, we were more younger then, so maybe they're more mature now. And it's just so crazy to see that people don't grow. People did not grow. Some people really stay in the same spot. And like, sometimes when I was younger, I've been changed that mindset though. Sometimes I was younger, I'm like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? No, baby, it's not you. These people be just issues, trauma, hurts, built up stuff that they haven't went to a therapist about, that they haven't dealt with the face with themselves, that's making them do these things. And just a pathological liar. Like, it was just a crazy experience. I would never go through it again, but I'm happy that I went through it so I can learn the lessons. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was all of the story time. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell whenever I post a new video so you can know. And comment the next video that you want to see me do. And I love y'all, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay? Okay? Bye.
Such thing as a life that's better than yours.